Hi, this is Kristin Cooper. I'm the director of the Wilmington Yoga Center. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about yoga for bursitis. So bursitis is inflammation of the joints, and typically we see it show up in the elbows and the knees. It's often very common for athletes, and it comes from repetitive stress or from trauma or intense pressure. So often for bursitis, the recommendation would be the RICE rule: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. However, you can also incorporate restorative yoga as part of your practice to help relieve some of the pain you may feel from it. So very simply for Bill today, as if he had bursitis in the knees, I'm just going to show you what you can do to help alleviate some of that stress. We're going to take a blanket. I'm just going to roll it kind of like a yoga mat, about the width of a yoga mat. And then I'm just going to slide the blanket right under his knees. He's going to open his legs about hips width apart, and then he's going to let his feet just flap open. And it's that simple. It just helps to open the joint and relieve the joint. And he's just going to stay focused on his breathing and relax. This is a simple technique for the knees for yoga for bursitis. Thank you. Namaste.